tells me the area of a triangle. So area equals 1/2 base times height. Okay, so let's rewrite that real quick. Whoa, not with that one. Area equals 1/2 base times height. All right, and if I look over here, it's because if I take a parallelogram and I cut it in half, then that gives me 2 triangles, so I have to cut my formula in half. All right, so let's read, unlock the problem. So put your finger on it. You ready? Go. The Flatiron Building in New York is well known for its unusual shape. The building was designed to fit the triangular plot of land formed by the 22nd Street, Broadway, and 5th Avenue. The diagram shows the dimensions of the triangular foundation of the building. What is the area of the triangle? Okay, now remember, how do I find height? Height is with the, what kind of angle? Right angle. That would be my height. Okay, so this, what's my base on this? 197.6. And what's my height on this? 79. Okay, so I need to take 197.6 and times it by 79. So do that real quick. All right, so if I do that and then I move out and move in, I've got, let's see, 15,610.4. Okay, so that's my answer, right?
No, I got times it by half.
Oh, thank you for remembering. Not times it. What do I have to do? Divide. I have to take a half of that.
So how come it shows a multiplication sign?
Well, if you did times it by a half, okay, that's a really good question, Maddie. Let me show you, okay? 1/2 times 15,610.4, okay? I would have to make that into a fraction. So when I times that straight across, what happens?
You get it over 2, and then you have to divide.
Then I get it over 2, so I'm actually what? Dividing, right? So I'm just skipping the multiplication step and just dividing because it's going to turn into divide. Does that make sense? Okay. So let's do that. Let me see if I have a little bit extra room. So I'm going to say 1,5,610.4. I'm going to divide that by 2. So 2 goes into 15 how many times? I get 14. I'm going to run out of room. And 2 goes into 16 how many times? And then I get 16. I get 0. And I bring down a 1. 2 goes into 1 how many times? 0. Remember, I have to have a placeholder. Then I'm going to bring down a 10. 2 goes into 10 how many times?
5.
Bring down a 0. Okay. And then 2 goes into 4 how many times? 2. So my area is 7,805.2. Okay. Now, because I did all this work on this one, okay, sometimes people do all the work and then they're like, okay, well, that's my number, and then they move on and they forget to do the half. So we have to be super careful that you're also doing the half. All right, so let's say the area of a triangle again, right here. So read it with me. Ready? Area equals 1/2 base times height. Okay, here's my height. I know that because there's a right angle. So what's my height?
3.5 feet.
Oh, let's do our base first because it's base times height. So what's my base?
4.5 feet.
4.5. Okay, what's my height? 3.5. Okay, so this is, let's make this into a improper fraction. So what's 4 times 2 plus 1?
9.
What's 3 times 2 plus 1? 7. So now I have 1/2 times 9 halves times 7 halves. Okay. So what's 2 times 2 times 2?
4.
What's 2 times 2 times 2? 8. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. What's 9 times 7? 63. So now I'm going to put 63 in the box and divide by 8. Okay, this can go into it 7 times. I get 56. So that is 7. What's my whole number? 7. What's my numerator?
7.
What's my denominator?
8.
8. So my answer is 7 and 7 eighths. Okay. I also could have done 9 times 7 is 63 and 2 times 2 is 4 and then take half of that. Okay. But it would come into 7 and 7 eighths. All right, example 2. So put your finger on it. Ready, go. Daniela is decorating a triangular pennant for her wall. The area of the pennant is 225 inches squared, and the base measures 30 inches. What is the height of the triangular pennant? First, I'm going to underline what it's asking me for. So what is the height? So what do I know for sure? I know the base and the area. So I'm going to take this area. I'm going to plug it in to the A. So that's 225. Okay, what else do I know for sure? The base. So I'm going to take that and plug it in for the base. So that is 30. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do 1/2 of 30. So what is 30 divided by 2? 15. So now I have 225 equals 15 times h. How do I get h by itself? Okay, I'm going to divide by 15. That means I'm going to divide this by 15. So then what's 225 divided by 15? Okay, set it up. Put 225 in the box. 15 can go into 22 how many times? 1. Right? And then I get 75. 15 can go into 75 how many times? 5. So, what's my answer? 15 equals h. So it's 15 inches. And since it's not area, I'm not squaring it. So just 15 inches. Okay. We just have to be super careful what information it's giving us. If it's area, I have to plug it in for the A. If it's base, I plug it in for the B. If it's height, I plug it in for the H. Okay? Be super careful. All right, here we go. So let's reread the formula for area of a triangle. Ready? Go. Area equals 1/2 base times height. So this, I'm going to just bring everything down. 1/2 base is what? Height is what? 8. So now I can do 2 different things. I could do 1/2 of 14 and times that by 8. I could also do 14 times 8 and times that by 1/2. Let's try both and see if they work the same. Okay. What's 1/2 of 14? 7. So 7 times 8 is what? 56. Okay. Let's times 14 times 8. So do that real quick. It shouldn't.
What?
It shouldn't.
Oh.
14 times 8. So this time I'm doing this part first before I do the half. So it's 14 times 8. 112. Okay, then I'm going to take half of that. So divide that by 2 and I get 56. So either way, it's the same answer. So you could either take half of 14 and then times it by the other number, or you can times the 2 numbers together and then take half, or what, Peyton?
What if you did half of 8?
You could do that too. Perfect. Okay, you could also do half of 8 and times that by 14. Sometimes taking a half of a certain number is a lot easier. than timesing the whole number together and taking half, okay? So you could times half by either one of those numbers and then times it by the other number, okay? So there's 3 ways you can do this. Okay, so this is 56, okay? All right, so whoops. Okay, what does this one tell me? Let's read it together. Number 2. Ready, go. The area of a triangle is 132 inches squared. Find the height of a triangle. What do I know for sure? Okay, so I'm going to rewrite it. So area equals 1/2 base times height. And it tells me what my area is. So this is now going to be 132 equals 1/2. What else does it tell me? It tells me the base down here. So 1/2 of 22 times h. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is half of 22, which is what? 11. And I'm going to bring everything down. So 132 equals 11 times h. How do I get h by itself? Divide by 11. So 132 divided by 11. 11 can go into 13 how many times?
1.
Then I get 22, and 11 can go into 22 how many times? 2 or 12. So my height equals 12 what? Inches. Is it inches squared?
No.
Why?
Because it's not
Because it's not the area. You guys are fantastic.